Okay, so thank you for coming, Mrs. Whitehouse. I'm really excited about this. So what's your name and what do you do?
Okay, so my name is Kim Whitehouse, and I am the founder and president of an organization called Send a Smile Today. And we are a nonprofit, and we provide support to people going through cancer. How we do this is we mail monthly greeting cards to people once a month for anyone. We mail them once a month to anyone with any kind of cancer throughout the United States. And people can either sign themselves up for cards, or a loved one can sign up someone else to receive the cards. And our main focus is to let those with cancer know that they are never alone. That is our number one goal. And I am a 12-year breast cancer survivor, and that's why I created Send a Smile Today. So we've been doing this for 10 years. So since 2013, we have mailed nearly 34,000 greeting cards to over 3,600 cancer patients in all 50 states. And we have also mailed over 10,000 greeting cards to other nonprofits or partners or cancer centers. So right now we're mailing cards to about 700 cancer patients per month, providing many smiles, much needed smiles to them.
That's super awesome. So I wanted to ask you, what was your childhood like in regards to exposure to women in the STEM field?
So my mom actually was a math middle school teacher. She loves math still to this day. My sister, she was an aerospace engineer. She went to Notre Dame and got her degree there. I tended to be one that liked my English classes and my math, but I was surrounded around people that were women that were very smart and very math focused.
And how did STEM subjects play a role in your creation of Send a Smile Today?
So running Send a Smile Today and creating it, it's more than just mailing greeting cards to people. That's the end result, but there is so much that is involved in making sure that that happens. From creating a website where people can learn about the organization or can sign up people to receive cards, to in the early days, we had Excel spreadsheets that were created to track all the donations that came in, and we tracked all of the card recipient information. And since we've grown, we've now use a CRM, which is a customer relationship management tool. It's a database. So it houses one system with everybody's information, all of their donations, if they're a card recipient or not. That's a really important technology piece that we use. And then kind of less technology, more like social media stuff. We also look into social media, and like we create email campaigns. So that's using different software and other technology. So it definitely, Matt, yeah, all of that plays a role into running the organization.
So if you attended college, what was your major and why?
So I graduated from Virginia Tech, which is in Rexburg, Virginia, and I had a business management degree. And I knew at the time that I wanted to do something in business. I just didn't know what it was. So I thought management would be a great major. And prior to launching Send a Smile Today, I was a project manager with a major airline because I really enjoyed having nothing. Somebody would tell me, okay, I want you to go do this. And I'd be starting from scratch and then seeing it turn into something and coordinating all the different areas in between to make that happen, like coordinating with the IT group and the marketing and finance, and to see your end product. Like I love that. And I felt like that those kind of jobs that I had prior to creating Send a Smile Today prepared me really well for when I created Send a Smile Today.
So can you describe me what a day in your life typically looks like, including the challenges you face as a female?
Yeah, so a typical day for me is we have a UPS store, which is our mailbox. That's where we receive all the donations from, and when we mail out our cards, that's our return address. So typically, I would go there and pick up all the mail, all the incoming donations that come in. I would coordinate then with our local volunteers who count all of our donations. And then I would then take those donations and put them into our CRM system and send thank yous out. Any monetary donations that come in, I will make sure those get deposited. Thank you, tax receipts are sent out. I would update, we have to update the website once a month. I would be doing that, posting to social media, planning fundraising. We have a board of directors, which is all women. So our organization is run by all women, and they are so smart and they have great ideas moving our organization forward. And since our goal is to reach more cancer patients, every time we meet monthly with the board, and every time we meet, we talk about, okay, what can we do to reach more people? So they guide very well. I think I can't think of any obstacles I have being a female, because I look at being a female, I think we're really good about organization and doing multiple things at once and just plain getting things done. So I think it's a benefit to be a female, and there's nothing that hinders that.
Is there something you wish you did differently throughout your journey in founding Send a Smile today?
There's not like any one thing I would have want to have done differently. I think you kind of, when you decide that you want to create something, it's and start from scratch. There's going to be things that that you don't really know how to do, and you just kind of learn as you go. And I think if you're doing it from your heart and it's a passion project for you, you'll figure it out. And so as far as done differently, I cannot think of one thing I would have done differently. I just put 100% into the effort in the beginning to get it up and running. And when I had an obstacle, I would work until I got around and through the obstacle. So,
Did you ever get discouraged?
No, I think I was so focused and so excited on what the end result. I think for me, just knowing how much these people, when they would receive a card in the mail, it would mean to them. Like I pushed through that because I knew what the end result was going to be. And I always felt in my heart what that end result was going to be. And so I never found myself getting discouraged. I think other things maybe I've done in my life, I would get discouraged, but because this was started from my heart and like true passion and from a good place, like I never felt negative about it in any way. I always felt like, okay, well, that's tough. That's going to cost a lot of money. Well, what do we need to do to raise the money? Or maybe we can't do that. Let's come up with a different solution.
Yeah.
That's how I kind of work through any possible discouragement that come through. But yeah.
And then what advice would you give young girls who don't feel confident in committing to their passion?
So my advice is if you feel passionate about something, like just do it. And I think there's lots of normal feelings to have. Like it's scary and you can feel nervous about things, or what if this doesn't work out, or what if I fail, or what if I do this and it's not what I wanted, or the results aren't what I wanted. Just try, I think if your passion and your drive is behind it, that it won't feel like work. It'll feel like you'll make it happen. But just know that all different emotions are all normal to feel when you're trying to do something that is outside of a comfort zone.
Yeah. And what does a female role model mean to you?
Well, I mean, I am like so honored that you reached out and you said that I was a female role model, because in my mind, I'm just doing what I do and I am just uplifting other people. And I think that's something that we all should be doing. So I think I'm kind of humble. I don't look at myself in that way. So I know when I had breast cancer, and I'm a 12-year breast cancer survivor. So when I went through it, I had a huge support system, and I was amazed by the people that supported me. And they were my role model. Particularly, I had one woman that would send me cards every couple of weeks that we weren't that close, but she would send me cards and it completely uplifted me. And that's what inspired me. So those people that helped me and did those things for me were my role models. And my role model is overall in life for me has always been my mom. My mom she's the one that was the middle school math teacher,
Yeah.
and she would volunteer. She did all kind of volunteering of her time and efforts, and still to this day, like she's retired, but her days are so booked up because she's helping with the soup kitchen or cleaning up the trash on the beach, and like
Yeah.
um to me, like that's who I want to be, and that's who I strive to be. So yeah.
My last question, what are your next goals for Send a Smile today?
So the next goals are we really would like to reach more people
Right.
with cancer. Most people find us through just doing a simple Google search. We spend no money on marketing or anything. So we're trying to figure out how we can reach more people. So that would be a goal. And then also fundraising is like my weakest link for myself personally. I, I, I'm really strong at everything else, but the fundraising, I need to figure that out. I need,
Yeah.
that's something that I guess I struggle with. I could use that as an earlier. So goal is to also figure out, okay, how can we fundraise? Because the more money that we get raised, the more people we reach, the more money we'll be able to have to streamline our processes. So we'd have more time to reach more people. So I guess two goals: reaching more people with cancer and fundraising.
Right. Got it. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.